Hello everybody, my name's Drew and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 3, where clearly I have been hard at work. Check out our new Botania area. I worked really hard on this last couple days, trying to get it looking nice and neat. And yeah, so let's take a look. So what I did was I moved the two mana generators back. So we have two of them now. I changed a bunch of stuff. So they're all sealed off, nice and neat. So the rain, if it's raining, we could go under here for the rain or whatever. It's all wired up, of course, using the conduits. I changed timers. This timer is from Dark Utilities, I believe. Yeah, there it is. So what I did was I was trying to use the one from RF Tools, and I just couldn't get it to respond the way I wanted it to. So change to this guy. If you pull this lever, what happens is it engages the lockout. So you can see right now time rating 3. So it's not going to go any closer to being, or it's not, I can't talk right now. It's not going to count down any further as long as this lever is on. As soon as I turn it off, 1, 0, it'll pulse, and then all of these guys get fed at the same time. Now, right now, I have this really complex chain coming out of this mana battery, if only for extra storage. And this is going to change, in theory, I hope, today. And this is more or less the chain we had before, just a little bit extended with some extra mana storage for us. This is different, though. This one is just feeding this mana pool here, and that's because you need to power these up with mana in order to start your portal to the Alfheim. We talked about this a little bit last episode. Every so often, to speed things up, I go over to this mana pool and empty into my tablet. And let's see, what are we doing here? I think this is at half. That is at half. This guy's only at a quarter, so we're going to say, yeah, take my mana tablet. I don't know why I decided to put the little, what do you call it, waterfall here. I just thought it was a good idea. Figured it would look kind of nice. So there's a waterfall. I feathered this all with stone to give it some darkness to the back. I didn't want the leaves to be fully transparent. And I think it looks kind of nice set up like that. I need to find a way to make this all come together somehow and have this be its own little area out here. But for now, I think this looks really good. And eventually, what we're going to do is this is all going to come out in terms of this chain. And instead, we're going to have a collection of mana pools. I believe I talked about this before, but we will have a collection of mana pools with dominant and recessive sparks, so that the mana will enter on one side, flow all the way to the end, and then the end can be dispersed to wherever it needs to go, which I think is going to be the way to do things. There's another flower I wanted to look at as well for mana generation. Where is generating flora? I think it was the Gourmarillus. Hunger flower, eat up any food in a small area around it and turn it into mana. Man, it's created from done any other food it finds also devour, but not creating mana from it. Single food item given at a time. So take 2, half a loaf of bread, take 2, and so on and so on. Okay, so it takes longer to eat certain food. The reason I was looking at this, because you can make cake fairly easily, and this will eat cake. There is a broken setup using Thumbcraft. It probably doesn't exist anymore, but there is a elemental air turns water to cake for whatever reason. That was a glitch or intended for some reason, but that was all set up in I believe it was Feed the Beast Season 2. I did this. So basically what it does is the Gourmet Lily has infinite cake to eat. It just hangs out underneath this water tank full of elemental air and water, which elemental air will turn everything into a desert if you're not careful, so that's why it has to be contained. But if you contain it and you put water under it, it won't convert other sand blocks, and so you use sandstone, obviously not sand, sandstone. Fill it with water, or one layer of water, put the elemental air on top, seal it up, Gourmet Lily under bottom. It's excellent. We have a lot of experience points again. So I'm going to wait for those to fill up a little more, and we're going to activate our portal to the Alfheim. In just a second, I want to let this guy drain out. I didn't really work on much. Oh, no, I know what I need to show you guys. Turn that off. I don't think I talked about this at all last episode. we have a bigger reactor now. I upgraded this guy by putting 2 in every direction, including down and up. So we have a more or less the same number of control rods, but what it ended up doing, and I don't know whether this is actually the case, so if anybody's done the numbers on it, let me know, but I believe that if you have a control rod touching the exterior surface, it's less efficient than if it has coolant around it, and that just seems to make sense. You would think that it would be a direct heat transfer, but that's not exactly the case. You would rather have the coolant take all that heat and transfer it than directly touching the casing. So what we've ended up with is more height, so we get more power, but also much better cooling. Come take a look at what we generate with this guy now. It's actually more than what we can do with. It's actually 34, almost 34,000 RF per tick. And our burn-up rate is pretty stable at about 0.57 millibuckets a tick, which is fairly impressive to me. Like, that's actually not terrible. We could probably make this a little better somehow, somewhere down the line. My guess to make it better at this point will be to drop it down another layer and maybe come to this way and this way back so that we end up with more... we can end up with a whole nother layer of control rods, but I don't think we're going to need a reactor that big. This is 33,000 RF per tick. We actually can't even transfer that right now. We need to be able to get into Draconic Evolution and other really high-end mod pack, or high-end tier items is what I should say. We need to get to that point in the game in order to really start leveraging this kind of power, especially Draconic Evolution. The power in that is unreal. The numbers you can transfer. But I'm really, really liking how our little island home is shaping up. I think this looks excellent. I need to move our chicken farm somewhere because it's kind of awkwardly tucked there. It's not bad. It can live there. All right, let's go see how this man is doing. I wanna light this portal. Hey, we should be pretty good. Here, I'm gonna load up the tablet one more time for the side portal, and then we're gonna give this guy the go-ahead. Ooh, not much mana. That's okay. That's okay. Drop that guy in there. Just to make sure he's gonna be extra good. And let's open our Botania. Let's see how we actually... Ooh, we could use a Thermalily too, couldn't we? I'm just trying to think of ways to do more power or mana generation, but I think we'll be okay once we do this. But we wanted, nope, not this searcher. In here, we want portal to the Elfheim. Alright, so how do we light this thing? To open the portal, simply right-click the core of the Wand of Forest. Oh, well, that's not so bad. Portal requires a substantial amount of manual, blah, 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 blah. The cost is divided between all of them. Portal seems to be able to spend mana. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Well, let's just see what happens. This might just fail spectacularly on us. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Portal's open. Okay, that's not so bad. Now, how do we get pixie dust? Heavily, oh, the amount of information. Right, I need to throw my lexicon through. No? Ah! Message from the Elven Garde. Greetings, we noticed that our portal is open via a link from another world. It's rather shocking news indeed. We thank you very much for providing us with a repository of knowledge from your world, as to keep us up to date what happened since we left it. It's been a while since it's been good to know, blah, 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 blah. After some discussion with the High Council of Elven Garde, Lexi has now shown us a good amount of resources. Okay, how do I use you? The link is managed to establish is rather weak. No living beings can transverse to the reason you read the book back so quickly. Interesting. When it comes to mana and other magical energies, we have plenty stock on them, so worry not about the portal closing on our end. It's just going to be us. Last but not least, do not keep in mind that if you decide to send something we have not vouched for trade for, we'll assume it is a gift and just keep it for ourselves. So only throw things that you know will actually go through. Okay. So, the resources of Elfheim. Excellent. So, throwing living wood back will get us dream wood. Dream would turn into various decorative blocks. Excellent. You've looked through decorative, miscellaneous, blah, blah, blah. We also get Dreamwood Twigs. Ooh, 2 Mana Steel Ingots gets us a block of Elementium. And Mana Pearls and probably Mana Diamonds will get us... Oh, that gives me Dragonstone, eh? Okay. But let's grab Mana Pearls. Because I want a bunch of Pixie Dust. I think that's going to be to our advantage. So we're going to grab a bunch of Ender Pearls here, and we're going to throw them... Because we had enough. Well, almost had enough. But we have enough to throw in there. We're going to get 4 Pixie Dust to start with. Thank you. How's our pools? Do pools look like they're holding pretty good? But we are going to need to upgrade that fairly quickly. Okay, so we got 4 Pixie Dust. I want to make these augments. How do we make these augments? Spark. Because we want dominant and recessive, I believe. Well, let's take a look at... Let's see if there's Ritual of Gaia. So the Ritual of Gaia is a... I want to say a boss battle, if I remember correctly. It's pretty awesome. It's very hard to do, though. I will learn about the Elven lore later. Let's go search and go. Spark. Spark augmentation. Yes. As it seems, sparks are a bit versatile that was known. A variety of augments can be applied to them. It is of note, sparks or augments can only be applied to sparks that lie on mana pools. That's good to know. Spark can only have a single augment at a time, of course. Starting off, the dispersive spark as a spark uses up the mana pool to charge any nearby player's mana containing items. Dominant will pull any mana from nearby non-augmented sparks pools on its own until it's completely full. Recessive will output all mana to any nearby non-augmented or dispersive spark pools. Okay. Isolated will stop it from interacting. Okay, so we want to make... hold on, we're going to make a chain here. Sorry, actually, can I use this on you? Oh yeah, look, there you go. How do I want to make this happen? Here, we're going to reorganize this guy real quick to just connect directly. And we're going to take our lens off him so that you may dump mana faster. And that should be fine. I have 2 mana pools on me. So let's make our mana pool chain here. So this is going to be a dominant. And then this will be... How can I make this easy, though? I'm trying to think of a way that this is going to work. Okay, give me a second to take a look at this, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I have this kind of figured out. So here's how this is set up right now. It's a little more intricate than I thought it was going to be. So the way that this works is I was misreading it. The augments, the dominant and recessive augments, only affect unaugmented sparks. So in this case, I have a recessive guy here. What is it? Spark. I have a recessive spark. So every bit of mana that this is pumping into here is then being transferred automatically to these 4 mana pools. These are all unaugmented. This guy is a dominant, so he's going to automatically fill himself from what these are. Eventually what I'm going to do is put a recessive on this one so that it's also feeding what will be a larger pool here, and then have 2 more dominants over here to automatically pull mana into these pools as well. And then we have a dedicated mana pool over here feeding our runic altar, as well as this is already included in the network and should automatically connect to these guys over here, I thought. Yeah, so that's already on the network. As long as I have enough mana in the network, this Terra Steel guy will operate, and I may even move him a little further this way, maybe between these guys right here, these torches. I'm wondering, just because it kind of feels a little awkward in the middle here with the portal. But we have enough pixie dust to request several more augments, or rather make several more augments. And I think I'm going to make... Ooh, knock my mouse around. I think we're going to make a couple of runes here, because we want to make more of the dominant recessive guys. So this needs runes of earth. Earth, if you guys remember, because I don't remember. Pull up my rune map here. All right, so we're going to need, I believe that is stone, blocks of coal. Okay, so we need mushrooms, blocks of coal, or, yeah. All right, so let's grab our handy-dandy wireless controller, and we're going to go stone. And I think I'm going to need, let's go 4 of these. So let's go 4 of those. We wanted blocks of coal. Actually, I've got coal stashed away. So I should be able to make 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got 5. Yeah, that's fine. The lecture never hurt anybody. Put that over there. So we got 4 of those. Oh, I guess I only need 2 of them, don't I? Save those for later because we're going to get 4 runes regardless out of this operation. So there's that. We also needed 2 mana powder. We're going to need ingots, so we're going to grab that and go to ingots. And the last thing we needed was mushrooms. Let's see here. How many mushrooms do we have? Not a lot, but we have these ones. Should be fine with that. Okay, so now if we go over and click our stuff here, let's put things away. Oops, shit. There you go. And we wanted the block of coal. And we wanted, where is that guy? So I'll make 2 runes of earth, which is nice. We're going to need some blocks of living rock as well. Oh, not seeds, living rock. Thank you. I love that I don't have to worry about making the flowers anymore. That's actually really excellent. Yeah, there's 2 runes. These are deceptively, I think, easy to make. You get lulled into how easy this mod pack is, and then it's not actually that easy. There's a lot of intricacies that go into this mod pack, which I think is really interesting. I really like how they presented magic as both part of nature and something that is fantastical as well, whereas Thaumcraft is more alchemy. If you've never played with Thaumcraft, I do urge you to go and try that mod pack out, or mod out. I keep saying mod pack. Go check that mod out. It is an excellent, excellent, excellent mod that I could highly recommend to pretty much anybody. All right, so we're going to go like that. We're going to put down, I needed that guy and 2 of those. Gets us 2 more recessive ones. And I wanted 2 more dominant, which should be fire, which I have a fire. So let's make another fire rune. Let me go back to my rune chart here real quick. Rune of fire. Nether stuff. So we got to grab... Actually, do I have stuff left? No. Here, let me join these as well. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Okay, now we can grab this guy. We're going to grab nether wart. Oh, we need nether brick, don't we? I can just cook some netherrack. So let's just go cook a little bit of netherrack here. What's probably fastest? Probably this guy's fastest. Yeah, you're probably fastest. I can't even get there. Ooh, I also did some automation as well. I added automation for energetic alloy and vibrant alloy. So that's going to be very useful to us. Get in there. Nether brick. So we wanted nether bricks, which are right there. Grab, oh, that's end stone, excuse me. And we also wanted, what was the last one? Gunpowder. And then the usual dust and stuff. So let's go over here. Ooh, overshot just a little bit. So we're going to want dust. I'll grab 2, because why not? And we wanted, what did I say we needed? The mana steel ingots. Okay. And let's put things on our hotbar because it's way easier to do it that way. There we go. And we can walk over here. We can just do this. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, man, I love that. That is so nice. One of the other things I was looking at with this mod pack is working on those boss fights. We're going to need an arena that we can do that in at somewhere. There's a lot of requirements that need to be met before we can battle or do the Ritual of Gaia as well. It's not like a Wither where you can just kind of bungle into it. Let's actually do 2 sets here, because why not? We're going to need them anyway. But we can make our 2 dominants, because I want to set those sparks up to get their dues. So we're going to go, again, where is that guy? We need that. We need that. Actually, we need 2 of those. And we needed 2 of the fire runes. Dominance. Excellent. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're going to put sparks. Now, this is going to be a little bit risky here. I'm going to put these next to each other. I say risky because it's going to immediately start trying to take stuff out of that. Augment. Oh, fuck off. There we go. I got to put the nature pylon back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There we go. So it's receiving mana now, as opposed to sending it away. What are you missing? Oh, you're missing Living Rock, aren't you? There we go. You're welcome. And we'll do this one too, because it's pulling out all of that too. So let's go boop and boop. Now, I should still be able to reach those, because they have a range of 15 blocks. There we go. Now, I could add more mana pools feeding this guy, but I don't think we will. But this guy should be receiving mana. That's receiving mana. We're going to put 1 more spark here and make it a recessive so that it's going to fill up the other guys. Come on. There we go. There we go. So he should be using his powers. What is in this? Is this full of mana? Hold on, hold on. Are you full of mana? Oh boy, you are. Here, let's feed back into that mana pool, then we can get rid of that. I don't want to lose too much here. So that guy's nice and full. So the nice thing about this is that all of the dominants all over the place will end up being full automatically. This pool that we can increase with more unaugmented sparks will simply just fill up from these 2, or if we decided to add another one, like we could easily fit another battery, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right in here if we so chose. It'd be a little cramped with the wiring, but we could have a 3rd mana battery very easily, dumping everything out into that, which would be really nice. I need to augment this guy with a new mana lens as well, because this seems to be working really, really well, actually. No, I want you there. Or you're just not connected. Oh no, you're full. Why are you full and not... Oh, I guess you just filled up instantly then, eh? Because that guy's emptying as fast as he can, so that these guys can get full, and they're getting there. I wonder why that was. These guys are all good. They have nothing stored in them. Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it an episode there. That's been pretty good time. We now have ourselves a working Spark network. How fantastic is that? That is excellent. I'm going to go back to the Book of Things and look at what we need to do. I think what I'll do between episodes, if you guys are fine with it, I'll make myself a new pair of leggings using Terra Steel. I was looking at the Elementium stuff, but I think that's not as strong physically, but better at enchanting if you were to enchant it. I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to work, but it looks fairly interesting, so we might have to try that as well. At any rate, guys, this will be the episode. Like I said, if you liked it, you know what to do. Go ahead, leave a like. You can always find other work I've done in the description box below. And of course, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.